story. What's your story, Siege?
I think it's gonna be
Something. It's gonna be a story. Don't crack your knuckles.
okay.
Don't fidget and roll around. Yeah, everybody be cool. No, you're still doing it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh.
So, my story's gonna be
We're all falling asleep so bad we don't even need a bedtime story.
Mario, Luigi, and Mario, Luigi, Toad, Princess Batman, Robin, and Superman, and Groom, and just Mario, Luigi, Princess, and Toad going on an adventure.
Okay. Once upon a time, Mario, Luigi, Princess, and Toad were going to go on an adventure. And of course, they were in the Mushroom Kingdom at the upper room having a birthday party because every day was somebody's birthday and they ate a lot of cake and tea and stuff. And there was lots of toads around. And Mario said, after this cake, let's go on an adventure. And Luigi said, that sounds like a great idea. Let's just walk until we find something. And Princess said, I don't know, guys. I've got a dress on. And whenever we start walking, it always gets caught on weeds and things. And Toad said, yeah, and I'm like half as tall as you guys, and it takes a long time for me to walk so much. I get tired. Meh. And Mario said, all right, everybody, let's go on an adventure in one of those hot air balloons. Hot what? And Luigi said, you know, Toad, those hot air balloons that you rescued Mario and me and took the princess back after we rescued her from Bowser. Oh, you mean the flying light bulbs? And Luigi said, well, call them whatever you want, I guess. Yeah, we had a great idea. And a light bulb appeared, and then we had a different idea. And we made some little flying things. And Princess said, well, I would love to take a hot air balloon ride. Let's go. And so they all went down to the court, and there was the hot air balloons tethered up. And they each got into one. Toad and Luigi got into one, and Mario and Princess got into the other. Then the Toads untied the balloons, and they floated up into the air. And Toad said, do you know how these work? And Luigi said, I think it's hot air. Hot air rises, so these balloons are rising. Yeah, that's the simple answer. What really happens is the hot air turns into little baby birds, and they keep flying inside the balloon until the balloon goes up. And Luigi said, I don't think that's how it works, but whatever. And they kept going up and up and up and up. And Mario said to Princess, do you know how to fly one of these things? And Princess said, no, I thought you did. And Luigi said to Toad, all right, Toad, it's time to take us on an adventure. And Toad said, okay, take it away. And Luigi said, yep, just go ahead and guide us on an adventure, Toad. You can steer us wherever you want. All right, show us where to go and go ahead and do that. And Mario said, Toad, don't tell us that you don't know how to fly these either. Well, no, I thought you did. And there they were, all four of them in hot air balloons, flying up and up, with nobody knowing what to do. And Mario said, oh no, everybody, it's outer space. And they went into outer space. And Princess said, Mario! And Luigi said, Toad, we got to get these balloons down. And Toad said, look out, it's an asteroid. And just then a big asteroid went buzzing by him. Whoa, said Mario. Look out for that asteroid. And Princess said, Mario, I'm afraid. We're up in outer space. I just wanted to go on a nice adventure, not a crazy adventure And Luigi said, "It's another asteroid." And Toad said, "Good thing I brought my laser gun." And Mario said, "Whoa, what is a laser gun anyway? There's no guns in Mario." And Luigi said, "Well, there kind of is. I brought this." And he pulled out a huge bazooka. And Mario said, "Luigi, we don't carry guns. We're Mario and Luigi." And Princess said, "Well, she said, I'm going to get a fire power up." And she threw a fire flower down on the ground. And she turned into Fire Princess. And then she started shooting asteroids. And each time they shot an asteroid, it broke into two smaller asteroids. And then they shot those smaller asteroids, and it broke into two even smaller asteroids. But they kept shooting the asteroids until all the asteroids were blown up. And then they heard a strange sound. Woo, 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 woo. Sit down. And Luigi said, "Oh no, it's a UFO. Shoot him." And Toad said, "No, don't shoot him. That's my friend. Hi." And the spaceship went by, and there was a bunch of toads in there. Wee, hi, wee, wee. And Mario said, "Hey, rescue us." And then the UFO was gone, and Mario shouted over to Toad, "Toad, why didn't you tell them to rescue us?" And Toad said, "I don't know." And then another spaceship went by, and there was a bunch of minions in there. Hey, and the spaceship floated away. And the Princess said, "Who is that?" And Luigi said, "Well, I don't know. It looks like a Goomba, but it has an eye, and it's yellow." Then they kept on floating. Pretty soon, they were going right for the moon, but they were upside down. Mario said, "Guys, we gotta turn these hot air balloons upside down up again if we're gonna land on the moon." "Land on the moon? Is there land on the moon?" And Luigi said, "All right, let's start turning them around. How do you do that?" And Princess said, "I don't even know." And they kept getting closer and closer to the moon. And Mario said, "We're gonna crash." And everybody braced for impact, and the top of the balloons crashed into the moon. And then the gravity of the moon took over, and they all fell to the moon. And Toad said, "Yeah, this moon is not made of cheese." And Luigi said, "What should we do on the moon?" And Mario said, "Well, we should try to get back, I guess. What can we do?"
The moon is made of seeds.
And Princess said, "There's got to be somebody here who can help us get back." And so they started looking around. And they found some tire tracks. "Look," said Mario, "tire tracks. Let's follow them." And they followed the tire tracks over a couple of mountains, and hills, craters, until they got to a base. And there was a moon buggy parked outside. And Luigi said, "All right, we can all get home now." They knocked on the door. An old man appeared. He had on a spacesuit, but he had a beard that was huge. And he said, "Did you come to rescue me finally?" And Mario said, "Oh no, how long have you been here?" "All my life, just waiting for a ship." "Did you bring a ship?" And Toad said, "No, we brought some balloons, and then we crashed them." And the old man said, "Oh no, looks like you're stuck here for your whole life too. I own this half of the moon, though. You'll have to go get your own part." And Princess said, "Come on, guys, let's get out of here. This guy's crazy." They kept on walking. And then pretty soon they heard some music. And they followed the music until they found a big building. They went inside the building, and it was full of crazy creatures. There was all sorts of monster-looking things and aliens and some spacemen. And Mario said, "This reminds me of something." And Luigi said, Yeah, me too, but I can't put a finger on it. And they went up to the guy that served drinks. And Princess said, we'll have four teas. And the music stopped, and everybody turned and looked at him. And Mario said, and some really drinks that are bad for you. And then all the people said, ah. And the music started up again. And so the guy who served drinks said, okay, here you go. And he gave them some drinks that are bad for you. But they drank them anyway. And it was yucky. And finally, a little robot came up to them and said, and and Luigi said, hey, little guy, can you get us out of here? And the little droid said, and Toad said, I don't know what he's saying, but let's follow him. So they followed him out, and they followed him across the moon until they came to a spaceship. And there was a guy that was fixing it, and he said, all right, I'll take you back to the Earth, but it's going to cost you big time. And the princess said, well, we can pay you when we get there. I've got a castle that's full of gold. And he said, fine. And just then, some guys in white armor showed up, and they said, stop.
Stormtroopers?
I have no idea, but they were shooting so much. And the guy that had the ship said, come on, get aboard. And he called the big hairy monkey Chewie, and he said, Chewie, get on board. And Chewie and him and two robots plus Mario, Luigi, Princess, and Toad raced up the ramp and got on there, and he took off. And he flew back to the Earth. And he landed right next to the Mushroom Kingdom. And he said, all right, everybody, get off and give me my money. And so they did. The end.
I know what that was. The spaceship was the Millennium Falcon, and the
Yes.
light armors were stormtroopers.
Yes. Okay, what do we call it?
We call it Mario and Luigi and Princess and Toad in every game.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah, a little quieter, please.
In Star Wars.
Okay.
No, wait. In
Shh. Please keep your voices down.
The
Thank you.
Big Adventure.
Just call it The Big Adventure.
Yeah. Mario, Luigi, and blah 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 going on a big adventure.
Okay.